We have zero funding here. That's why I'd never sue this country. Zero for anti-drug programs, mental health programs. How many crazy people are harassing you when you walk around?
None.
There we go. The family's very, very important. And I love Romania. So yeah, and they throw revolutions when they don't like something. They overthrew the president 6 years ago. You know, they'll get together and say, no, we've had enough.
Well, they shot Ceausescu and his wife.
They shot him and his wife. Indeed, they did. Execute him. But I'm not a fan of communism, and neither are the Romanians. But Ceausescu wasn't, if you know about his life, he wasn't necessarily an evil man, but he was a completely uneducated man. It's easy in 2023 to say communism doesn't work. I know it doesn't work. You know it doesn't work. It's 1945, Romania. Communism's a new idea. Everyone's broke. Maybe we should try this. Some of the people who got into it and bought into it didn't necessarily do it with the worst of intentions.
Right.
Anyone pushing communism today is either thinks they're working under good intentions because they don't understand history at all. Like I said, lack of understanding of history. Or they're evil. They're truly evil because we know it doesn't work and we know how it ends up.
Why do you think, and it seems to target the family first.
I mean, the separation of the nuclear family gives the state the ability to raise your kids. And my brother's probably touched on this. The moment there's no father at home, the moment the mother's busy working, not at home cooking meals and raising the kids and reading books to them like my mother was, then who's raising your kids? The school, the internet, the television, whatever ideas we put on those are the ideas the kids are going to grow up with. We don't want dad out working and mom at home with the kids 24/7. No. The mother of my kids, call me sexist if you want, never has to work again. She can have passions. She can have interests. She wants to learn the violin, the piano, dance, ballet. She's a former gymnast, one of them. Go and do this. Good. You do what you enjoy. Don't worry about the money. I'll make the money. Pursue your passions because I want you at home with the kid. That's what I want. And people call me a misogynist and they call me sexist for it. Why? I've chosen her. She's obviously a good woman. I want her raising my daughter. I don't want her in a daycare with God knows who. Luckily in Romania, I'm relatively safe from that, but I've seen some questionable people working in your daycares in the United States, and it makes me very worried.
Yeah, nobody cares anymore. What do the women in your lives think of your relationship with your brother?
They think it's beautiful. The only type of woman, they come around to it very quickly. I feel like even if they're like, oh, you're 35 almost, and your brother's 36, and you live together, they'll find it weird until they see our relationship and see how we interact with each other and see how we live and see how we work together. They'll find it weird up until that point. I've only ever had Western women call it weird. I've only had, because Eastern Europeans have a different kind of mindset. They get why two men would work together and team up. In England, I've had English women say it's weird. We've had women try to get in between our relationship throughout our life. I don't know why they even tried. It's stupid. But
it hasn't worked.
But I also feel like, throwing me in jail, the authorities here, or whoever was attacking me, certainly underestimated our relationship. They thought Andrew was...
See, honestly, I don't know how, personally, how me can date 2, 3, 4, 5 women, especially at a time where you to have them as a baby mama or whatever. Me personally, I just know how women act. Maybe that's a Western woman thing because I'm in the United States in North Carolina. I know for a fact if I was to have like a 2 baby mamas, 3 baby mamas, and especially if I were liking one more than the other, like just guess how much like I'd be on child support, I'd be on this, like baby mama try to get majority of the money from me just because she see me with another baby mama, especially the other baby mama look better than her. It's just like, I don't know how it can work for him, especially dealing with women attitudes so much. Not saying I'm a woman hater or whatever, but I know how women act because obviously, you know what I'm saying, Keyshawn get the woman, you know what I'm saying, but I just see how much women act, and me personally, I would never want to deal with more than one woman, like as in a relationship, like having dating 2 girls at a time, and they both know about each other. I personally, I just couldn't do it, but it seemed like he working it out. I wonder how he do it.
I don't know. Say something he shouldn't to get me out of jail. They thought I might roll on him to get myself out of jail. I don't know why they thought throwing us all in jail and saying we were a gang was a good idea. But you try to find weak links in a group. And also the fact that my personal assistant, God bless her, didn't lie about us to get herself out of jail. Mine and my brother's relationship, and I want to make this very clear, inspires the other people around us to loyalty. I have such high standards of what loyalty means because I have Andrew, that I expect absolutely nothing less from my friends. I mean, you've seen this house. There are men sitting around this house. They've flown across the world, 24 hours, some of them, to come sit on house arrest with me, as opposed to enjoying their lives and running their businesses or seeing their kids. They're here with me. The loyalty we have for each other translates into every other aspect of our lives. I feel like we get more loyalty from women. We get more loyalty from friends. We have a standard to measure loyalty against, and it's a standard that's 100%. So that's a beautiful thing about our lives as well. So that it works. It helps everything.
How much of the media coverage of yourself and your brother do you read?
Quite a lot. But I know what the articles are going to say based on who says them. You know, and I've heard fans of mine raise some questions, raise some quite legitimate questions about the webcam studio I used to own. Was that human trafficking? We can cover this in a minute. But I tried to read as much of it as I can, especially when I got out of jail, because I wanted to see where the land lays. But it's the comment section that overwhelmingly tell me the consensus of people. The most violent hit pieces can be made against me. The worst interviews, trashing my name, saying I'm a danger to society. I shouldn't be around anyone. I should be locked up forever. It's the comment section on those that tells me the true measure of who supports me and who doesn't. Because the people who hate me are just loud. They're very loud, but I don't think they're very big in number. Because the comment section trashes them, even on their own matrix media, mainstream media articles. The BBC will post an article. BBC people who subscribe to that page and like the BBC watch that video. The comment section trash them. Trash them. So that's what makes me happy. It's the comment section. So keep up the comments, guys.
See, I noticed that too, though. Like, if you check any comment section of people who hate Andrew Tate, it's always going to be one person that like him. Unless they just a upcoming person, then they might got a group of people who band together. But if you look at any person who probably doing like a reaction to Andrew Tate comments, or either, not comment, but content, then there's majority of people, supporting him. Unless it's unreasonable. Unless it's unreasonable or some crazy shit that he said, that's the only time I see it. But if if Andrew Tate doing some genuine shit and then somebody trying to shit on him, then it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. But the only other person I can see is Alba and Preach. And when Alba and Preach do like content reviewing like Andrew Tate, that's when I see a lot of people band together and just begin to hate on Andrew Tate. Like, them the only ones, and then plus women content. So it's not a lot, but and like you said, a lot of loud voices too, though, at the same time.
Hey, if you like this video right here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Also, follow me on Instagram at KM.Little with 2 E's. Also, I have a Patreon, and I also have a private community where I talk to y'all 2-3 hours every single day. It's in the link below, also with the Discord. So join the Discord.